All that and so much more on Grapevine every single Monday only on KBC Channel 1. Remember, if you did not see it on Grapevine, then it most probably never happened.
He also from China?
Oh, yes. We're on the same team.
We're getting into the car and then he pulled us down. Yeah, that guy. It was you.
We just had a small argument. We know what happened now. Leave the rest at the embassy. But you may need to pay it.
Nzuri kwa Ingwe. Unaletwa tena ndani anakataa Morrison. Kinyanjui. Anaipana Tyson dhidi ya kakake, pasi imepita. Kinyanjui anaimimina ndani. Imefanywa blocking. Ya pili haijaenda ndani. Tyson! Julius! Masaka! This is the Ingwe brother! Ingwe asali na maziwa. Asali na maziwa milele. Wanatangulia na Ingwe. Mchezo mzuri, matokeo mazuri mpaka sasa. Julius Masaba. Goli lake la kwanza katika debi yake ya kwanza Masemegi. Vita vikali vilivyoanzisha Ingwe, vita ambavyo wanavimudu. Masaba Juili wa bure hapa, wakati wanababatiza na alilishuka katika mguu wake. Tyson alifanyia punching, lakini Masaba alikuwa on time. Kasi yake ilimzidi Paulo Chiwanga. Goli lake la kwanza katika debi ya Masemegi. Julius Masaba anawapa furaha wana Ingwe, anawapa raha Ingwe Yola. Chui ametoa kucha zake, kucha zinazopita katika ngozi iliyokuwa imekauka. Passion bora yake Julius Masaba Maseven walikuwa naisubiria wana Ingwe, waliona kwa mbali kabisa akilalama Enoch Morrison na Charles Kobla Nakono, lakini furaha ribo anonyanyua wana Ingwe. 7 mpaka sasa jametamba ndani, haipoteza dabi.
Yes, and a very good morning. It is another edition of the Sports Check, hoping that everything is all right. We have plenty to talk about this particular morning, including discussions ranging from volleyball to the partnership between Kenya and China with the recently launched or held Kenya-China Friendship Games. What's in store for this between these two nations in as far as collaboration in the field of sports is concerned. Also later on, I'll be speaking to the rollball team, the men's and women's team, who are preparing for the 7th edition of the Rollball World Cup due later this month in Dubai. All that and much more. Karibuni sana. I'm Bernard Okumu. Up until then, karibu sana. Nam, to just kick us off, of course, getting into the gist of the matters here, have guests from the Huawei Public Affairs Director, Mr. Yuta Leng, who is on my extreme left, and Douglas Ratemo, Deputy Commissioner, State Department of Sports. Welcome, gentlemen. And of course, during the recently held state games, the Friendship Games, they did usher in the beginning of what we're going to see as a long friendship. Mr. Yuta, you could speak about how these particular games between China and Kenya are important to fostering relations or deepening ties between these two nations.
So first, I'd like to introduce about this China and Kenya Friendship Games. So this Friendship Games is the teams is from 19 different companies, the Chinese companies, and the chief guest is the Chinese ambassador to Kenya, Guo Haiyan, and also the PS of Sports. So this time, like our ambassador says, is a good chance to deepen the relationship between China and Kenya, and also is following the last year, like the state visit of His Excellency in China. So it's a good chance to link two countries' people's heart. And also in Huawei, we have teams to join the different games. And for me, myself, I just joined the 3 lakhs activities with my colleagues together. So it's a good chance for local companies and also Chinese companies to together.
Yes,
have fun
indeed.
together. Yes,
Mr. Ratemo, you could just chip in on that. Also, have your thoughts on the games and the importance of such events between these two nations that have long-standing relations and existence in cooperation.
Thank you so much, Bernard, for having me here today. Kenya and China have had a long partnership, which is also very productive, and through it we have had a strong strength in our relationship, which is not just simply just a relationship, but which is also backed up with quite productive deliverables that we can read and we have witnessed for a long time. And this China-Kenya relationship, especially the games, they are meant to deepen, of course, our people-to-people ties, and also enhance our athlete development in very many other areas. And of course, we will talk about more and more of the other things that we have gained through this cooperation. You understand that China is a powerhouse in indoor games, whereas also Kenya is a powerhouse in sports, in athletics. So this relation will continue to deepen and also help us to get more other things which we'll discuss in due course.
Yes, Yuta, maybe for Huawei, I know that they've been in the forefront, leading the charge in as far as helping, let's say, friendship countries like Kenya, modernize through the Huawei 5G in sports. Talk about how this is helping modernize sports and through the 5G initiative.
So for 5G, actually 5G can provide high speed and low latency, especially for the live streaming, broadcasting, and also besides of the 5G, we also have the AI and cloud technologies. So for the AI, and it's very easily to break down the sportsmen's activities during the games, and for the cloud, it's good to storage the information and to analyze in the future to improve their activities and their games in the future. So for 5G, AI and cloud, we combine together, and I think it can be useful in the future for the sports technology upskill. Yes,
indeed. Mr. Ratemo, how where maybe in areas of collaboration between China and Kenya, and we're looking at sports science and sports medicine, how important and crucial will it be for Kenya to get it going?
Well, this is a very important area, and where, of course, some of us are lacking behind. But I want you to understand that we have lost quite young talent due to poor management of injuries, a lack of enough time to recover from the injuries. So we have had talents who are excelling at one point, but suddenly we lost them somewhere when they were actually very young. So our cooperation with China is intended to also seal this gap, how we can close this gap. Through our partnership, we look forward to improving our health care for especially our athletes. We are hoping that our partnership will also, in due course, we shall see not only the infrastructure, which we know China has quite helped this country, but also now through proper medical care of athletes.
Yes.
Especially at the grassroots level. We hope that through the exchange, we have had exchanges before. This year we have had our coaches, administrators going to China in August. I was actually one of them, and where we benefited through in-depth lectures and the materials that we can also bring on board. Coaches have been going there and coming in. They have been assisted a lot. And we hope that probably in the future we shall have them come to the country and mount those courses. Mount the, instead of one of us going over there, we ask the China Corporation to come.
They come over.
And then we will be able to reach many more administrators, coaches, and even athletes.
Yes, indeed, and I'm sure that they also dream of maybe taking advantage of the high altitude in E10. What will it take?
Of course, it's take and give. Yeah, that one is, of course, very much welcome. We have had this happening. It's not happening for the first time. And we hope just like through the games that we have now initiated, which were launched last week, that now we shall deepen further. Now people to people get to know each other, cultural exchanges, that is going to help us even now identifying new other areas and the gaps that emerging gaps, which can also be how to fix them so that we can then, at the end of the day, we want to improve sports ecosystem in the country through our partnerships. I also want to say that through our partnership with 5G connectivity, you know, the whole world is going now that way. VR, AR, analysis, data analysis, performance analysis, especially of athletes. We cannot continue to remain in the traditional...
Depend on the old ways.
The old ways. Well, the whole world is moving ahead. Some time back, we used to be the strongest. We used to say, in steeplejages. 1, 2, 3. What's happening?
At the Olympics.
At the Olympics.
It was a tradition.
But now because we have not, we did not catch up in time. So it's a proper time now that we have 5G and you are away, and the 5G connectivity and other things. We hope that we shall be able to also be at par with the rest of the world.
Mr. Yuta, maybe you can just add on what he said. He spoke so much about the tech-supported exchange. You can pick on tech-supported exchange programs between athletes and coaches and why this is happening.
So just like I say, like the 5G is high speed and low latency, which can empower the seamless live streaming in the future. Of course, Huawei will also have our smart stadium solution, but I'm sure in the future we'll bring it to Kenya. Yes, so the smart stadium solution is combined with the AI, cloud, and 5G. So it's not only 5G, also we have the latest Wi-Fi 7. We can use it for the live streaming in the stadium. So just like our Her Excellency Ms. Guo Haiyan, Chinese ambassador to Kenya, said, this time the China-Kenya Friendship Games is just beginning, and it vivid shows the cultural exchange between China and Kenya, these two countries.
Yes, and maybe opportunities for smart stadiums in collaboration with tech companies?
Yes, in the future we will have it. But so far, I can share some cases in other countries, like the Qatar. Yes, we have the smart stadium in the Qatar. For the last year, the the soccer game.
Yes.
In Qatar. So I'm sure in Kenya now we have the many World Cup. So I'm sure in the Kenya we have more stadiums are under construction now. So I'm very sure in the future Huawei will empower Kenya sports with our latest technologies like 5G, AI, and cloud, and to make the sports game more more fantastic, more attractive.
Yes, and maybe what's we know that ahead of the 1987 games, Moi Kasarani was built also through the cooperation with China, and now we have a big architectural marvel in the region, right, coming up on Gongro. That's Talanta City Stadium. What does the future hold in terms of collaboration with China?
Maybe.
Yes.
Well, the good things that are coming, you know, when we are talking about bilateral, is that we are talking about friendship. And when you become friends, what happens? Naturally, the friend can always give you more than he could give if you are not friends. So ideally, what we are doing now, this, especially through the cultural games, in partnership with Your Way, indeed we are getting somewhere. And as you have already mentioned, one of the greatest, the biggest iconic stadiums is Moi International Stadium, which was built through the support of China. Talanta City, again one of biggest stadium that is coming up, is through the cooperation with China. And many other things we hope are going to crop up, and through this partnership, this friendship that has been going on for a long time now. Yes.
The Mr. Yuta, maybe the assessment of the impact of the cooperation. What would you say? What would be the scorecard of the assessment of the impact of your collaboration?
The collaboration between
even across the Africa, right, and maybe in Kenya as well. The little that has happened.
So in terms of collaboration, I think first is the technology collaboration, like through the high latest technology like 5G AI. Second, I think it is a skill, upskill and the reskill, especially I think in the future maybe a Chinese sports guy can come here, sportsman, and Kenyan sportsman can go to China. We do a sports culture exchange, right? And third, I think is maybe it's at the infrastructure, like the stadium. The stadium, now many stadiums under construction, supported by the Chinese company. So maybe the fourth is maybe the funding and something else to support each other, like between China and Kenya.
What would be the importance of hosting more games? Let's say the second edition of the Friendship Games happens next year. What will be more important? Maybe it should be happening at Talanta City?
Well, the major outcomes that we look forward to achieving is stronger cultural friendship exchange, mutual learning between athletes and coaches, administrators, which has been going on, but again now it has been escalated. Now this one, these French games, these friendship games have now brought on board even athletes. Previously maybe one or two athletes were benefiting, but now with the games we have now athletes also joining. We are joining together, we are learning from one another, and of course many young people have already been identified to go again now. Next times we shall not just do them here, we shall do them on the other side.
On the other side, somewhere else, right? And maybe, Mr. Yuta, what are the challenges and sustainability of trying to achieve this particular cooperation?
Challenges? I think it's more chances compared with challenges. However, if you talk about the challenges, I think it's the skills, like the skills exchange between China and Kenya. In the future, maybe we can do more about the skills exchange. But I believe there's more chances compared with the challenges.
Nice one. So there are more chances. Mr. Atemo, do you agree?
True. There are more chances of expanding even this friendship to also have many other areas covered. More importantly, remember, is the youth empowerment. Our youth are empowered through these exchange programs. And through 5G connectivity by Your Way, innovation, which is really something that is required in sports for us to grow beyond where we are today, to remain what we have always known ourselves to be, Kenya, a powerhouse of sport in the world, as we are known.
Long-term youth development partnerships?
Yes. Yeah.
What are the areas that you're basically focusing on in terms of making sure that there is the collaboration and the partnership is long-term? It's not just a one-off thing, and the impact is felt in generations to come.
I can talk about sports arena rather than the youth, but you know, most of our young people are the ones in sports.
Yes, sports and for the youth. Yes,
yes, and the empowerment comes through so many ways, through the exposure programs that have been courtesy of our friendship with China. Many of them are going to exposure, which will also now lead them to be scouted by other big companies, clubs elsewhere in the world. Secondly, it's also important to know that coaches, we have many courses that are taking place in China, where we travel every year. We have every year from May. Many of our young people are going for training in China. We also have administrators. So these exchange programs are indeed a great boost to our sports ecosystem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Yuta, what are the long-term partnership between Kenya and China as far as you making sure that you disseminate the technology and also capacity build, you know, for the Kenyans to take over and then make sure that this particular technology spreads across all the major sporting disciplines?
For sporting, I think in the future as Huawei, we can do more. But I can talk about the ICT, as Huawei as an ICT company here. So in Kenya, while we have our own talent training program, which is the Huawei ICT Academy, which also will work together with the Ministry of State Department of the Youth Affairs. And last year, I believe the PS Fikimini also went to China to attend the Huawei Global ICT Competition closing ceremony. And I'm glad to see that 3 Kenyan teams is on the stage of the Global Huawei ICT Academy, and they got the first prize globally in 5G and cloud. So through this Huawei ICT Academy and ICT competition, we train more than 5,000 students per year. And not only this as the academy and ICT competition training, we also have our DJ Truck training. And so far, our DJ Truck has gone to more than 40 counties across Kenya. And we trained more than 9,000 students in Kenya. Yes.
Yes, and what opportunity lies in here when you operate? So far, what you've been able to witness and see, what opportunities lie here? What kind of potential, lies here?
The potential, I think, most potential is that Kenya has the most talented students here, especially in the universities and in the TVETs. So that's why this year we expand our ICT academies, not only in universities, but also to the TVET institutions. So far we have expanded our ICT academy into more than 150 TVETs across 10,000 students in Kenya. So the opportunities, of course, is the talents, is the people, right? Yes, and the capacity building. Yeah. So I'm sure with these talents, we will do more, and we will bring the ICT technologies into Kenya. Yes.
Yes. Assessment of the impact, Mr. Ratemo, maybe from your side, how games have been able to, strengthen the understanding between these two nations.
Yeah, through these games, we have been able to identify one of the greatest resources, that athlete development, and of course now the onboarding of 5G connectivity, especially for data, for performance analysis. We also have the innovation training and of our athletes through digital platforms, which has quite boosted the performance, not only the performance, the growth of sports industry in our country.
Yes, and maybe for the future, right? For the future and also for the future of these games, is it expensive to have this technology, to institute technology, to have technology, be a common thing in the sport?
Well, it might not necessarily be cheap, but it's worth it. Whatever that we might, it might cost us, it's going to be more advantageous.
Yes.
Than what you invested. The investment is not equal to the results, because like smart sports cities, it's something that has brought on board many other benefits for the youth, especially engaging them positively than in areas in areas that we were poor at previously. So this is the way to go. Kenya is excited that they are with this partnership, and that's the way to go.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Yuta, maybe just we come towards the end of this discussion. You agree that this is the way to go, and maybe your words on the future collaborations and where you're going to take this, especially in having our sportsmen, the experts in sports medicine, sports science, as well as in technology.
By the latest technologies, I'm sure this is a chance for the future. And just like our ambassador said, this is a vivid culture exchange, just as beginning, and we will do more in the future.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Ratemo, parting shot on this particular collaboration, the future of the Friendship Games?
The future is beyond description. We are looking forward to reap the benefits, especially this partnership will help us, especially in managing sports injuries. Our partnership with China is like we are already home, because the capacity that we have in Kenya has not been sufficient to deal with the many talents that we have in the country. We go to football, many young people have lost their talents, were wasted simply because there was poor management of their injuries. And with now this partnership and many other collaborations, I believe that Kenya will be able to reap huge benefits in the future.
And maybe just finally, why did you look east? Why did Kenya look east?
Well, it's not that we have looked east, but I want to let you know that this collaboration started before some of us were where we are today. 1987, me and you, 1987, Moi International Stadium was built. It was a city, a mega city. It was something big, huge. So it means that this friendship has been going on for a long time. We have had other areas of collaboration. Many of our sports scientists have been trained where? In China. Many of them, even you go to the academia, most of our lecturers have had something to do with China. So it's not us to say about why we went east.
Utah, they say the east is where the sun rises from.
Yes, east is the sunrise to start from.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Utah.
Thank you.
The Huawei Affairs Director, Public Affairs Director, Utah, and of course, Mr. Douglas Ratemo, Deputy Commissioner, State Department of Sports, talking to us about exploring and fostering of ties and relations between Kenya and China through sports. So we'll be back with Mr. Charles Nyaberi, the KVF Chairman, talking about taking stock of the KVF calendar 2025 and what holds in 2026. So stay with us on the Sports Check. We'll be back with more.
Omar Hamis. Mafando na tangulia. Usalama upo imara. Lakini usalama Kariobangi Sharks hauko salama. Nyavu zao ziko salama. Nyavu zimetetema. Omar Hamis moja kwa moja mpaka kwenye nyavu. Kiziwi Leopard stand up. Kushoto wake sio kuchukuliwa poa. Omar Hamis pinpoint. Pigaji bora kushuhudiwa. Sio mgeni kwa mambo haya, ashafanya sana, na sio Kenya tu, amefanya kule Ugiriki, amefanya kule.
Nafikiria ni mechi labda point tulikuwa nayo, lakini saa zingine ukiangalia vile polisi wameishinda, lazima pia umpe heko Abud. Abud Omar ndiye amedefine game na amedefine na set piece. Hatuwezi sema labda kuna kuzuia kulikuwa kubaya. Saa zingine mfungaji amekuwa sawa kabisa, lakini kwangu ni kuzidi labda kusukuma kabisa. Nina imani lazima ndafanya vyema, nina imani kabisa wakati itafunguka itakuwa sawa.
Kocha, zungumzia mabadiliko ambayo uliyofanya huenda vinameingia kwenye kipindi cha pili. Kwa kweli mchezo ukabadilika na umedominate kabisa, licha kwamba haukuweza angalau kupata hata alama moja.
So mabadiliko yanaanza na wale waliotoka, Zablon Kutera jeraha, Patila Omoto jeraha, Timothy Ekhavi jeraha, Costa Angeo jeraha, alafu tumekuwa na Olunga ambaye amekuwa kiugua kidogo. Sasa tumefanya mabadiliko manne kutokana na majeraha, jambo ambalo sio la kufurahisha, lakini ya maana ni ya kwamba wale wameingia. Wayne amefanya kazi nzuri, Wayne wote wawili wafanya kazi nzuri. Faiza amefanya kazi nzuri, so ni kuchukulia kwanza hapo, na pia Otiala amekawia sana bila kucheza. Luke Kevin na tumeona pia amerudi leo kwa mechi.
Labda coach, tukimalizia haya majeraha yamekupa wakati mgumu, kwa sababu pia tumzungumzia Ali Salim ambaye hajakuwa na nafasi ya kucheza. Labda majeraha pia yamechangia pakubwa Kariobangi Sharks kuandikisha matokeo mabaya labda kwanza msimu huu.
Yamekuwa sio jambo ambalo lishaifanyika, kwa maana wakati unaokosa wachezaji wako wote nje kwa maana majeraha, sasa inamaanisha kuna mlima ambao uko mbele, na sio ni labda kipindi cha pili cha ligi na tutazidi tusukume zaidi. Lakini Ali Salim anajaribu, labda baada ya wiki 2-3 tunaomba labda tukitoka Christmas atakuwa amerudi. Sasa hatujui Patila atakuwa nje kwa muda mgani, hatujui goti la Timothy Ekhavi litakuwa nje kwa muda mgani, labda Costa Angeo, lakini kwa wale wako ambao naamini watasukuma.
Shukran coach, na kila laheri kwenye mechi yako, nadhani ni dhidi ya Mara Sugar Wendo.
Yeah.
Finally, congratulations, you have 3 points and you are on top of the table.
Thank you very much. It was a very tough game, and Coach William is doing the job very well with the Sharks from 2016. And also with the national team as assistant coach, and also now as a present under 17 head coach of national team. And this 10 years behind, he was getting a lot of contribution for the Kenyan football. And as a present, also unfortunately today it was not Aroko was not there due to injury, and this is it was a very tough game, and we know that it will be like that. On the end, we was better team for the 1 goal, and this is what I have.
Coach, talk about the new partnership in the midfield. Talk about Musengo, who came in and he has really done so well. But again, talk about your striking. This is the second game, no striker scoring. David Simiyu, you brought Kinanga. Still, they're not getting goals.
This is what we have today. We score from the set piece. The game behind us, we score from the open play. This is the football. Sometimes you are getting the goals from the set pieces. Sometimes you are getting the goals from the open play. And this is the beauty of football.
Coach, you are on the top.
Yes, and welcome back. This is the Sports Check, just in case you're joining us. I'm Bernardo Okumu. And of course, after that interview on Kenya-China relations through sports, let's now dig deeper about matters volleyball. And of course, we're looking at how the national team fared this particular year, this 2025, and what really represents ahead of the 2025 season. We know that we're going to host the Zone 5 club championships, that's men and women's, later on in the year. But first things first, let's talk about China and Kenya relations. Mr. Charles Nyaberi, the chairman of KVF, Kenya Volleyball Federation, is with me on set to talk about matters KVF. And Nyaberi, I remember when Mr. Yuta and Ratemo were just exiting after the interview, we talked about how the collaboration between KVF and China has been so instrumental in helping the team reach the global perform at the top level.
Yeah, first of all, the main connection between China and Kenya, especially for volleyball and other indoor games, is that they were the ones who constructed the Kasarani indoor gym,
yes,
and the annex, and that of course was a very big landmark. But also we must accept the fact that China is a world force in volleyball, both men and women, and as much as we have had a lot more contact with Japan, there's also been contact between them, and we are hoping at one stage to have a formalized arrangement, bilateral arrangement, where we can have a technical exchange. And the officials who have just left the studio have promised to get us into that. But like now, some of those bilateral relations actually have boosted our game.
Yes.
Like with Japan.
Yes.
Japan started with Hiroshi Yama, who virtually revolutionized Kenyan volleyball in the 70s and 80s. And after that, we used to have one national coach from Japan as part of a bilateral arrangement, and 6 provincial assistant coaches who are volunteers in the provinces.
Yes, well, maybe many are asking what happened to that particular collaboration that was.
We did very well. We got Mr. Onishi, who is actually the one who produced the powerful telecom team that had 9 members in the national team, and most of the current coaches who transited from playing to coaching were actually discovered and put in place by Onishi. Then we had Mr. Sugawara for about 12 years. But I think somewhere along the line, and I'd say, I think we as a country and as a federation dropped the ball. There was a bit of back and push, especially after the Sydney Olympics. There was a bit of disagreement. And that agreement lapsed, and we didn't renew it. But that is something that we need to revisit.
In future, it could be looked at.
Yeah, we are looking at that, especially Japan.
Yes,
because most of our outstanding volleyballers in the past have been handled and brought up by Japanese coaches, and we have had a lot of exchange whereby our own coaches went to Japan, to learn. It's something that we have, as a federation, we intend to revive.
Yes, indeed. And let's talk about now the Kenya's performance this particular season. Malkia Strikers won the second time in the history, though, that they won a match, right, at the Worlds.
But this time, this time it was even more significant because we beat the Asian champions, the Asian representatives, Vietnam.
Yes.
And then went further. The team went further, and when they played the third-ranked Poland, Poland is ranked 3rd in the world. When they played them, Kenya actually took a set from them, and the set was taken in a very impressive fashion, 25-15. And you see also, again, we're very happy that the team that performed that well was a blend of experience and youth. It had a lot of young players. The youngest player there was 18, 18-year-old Tata, who also
starred at the under-20.
Yeah, she's in the under-20 team. She was actually the most valuable player at the African under-20 championships. So the future is bright. We can see that the trajectory is upward bound, and we intend to expose that team as much as possible, because right now the focus is on not only qualifying for the Los Angeles
2028 games,
2028, the Olympics. We also are looking at doing well in those Olympics. We don't just want to participate.
And maybe what has changed the qualification pathway? Before then, it just used to be automatic. Whoever wins the African crown gets the automatic slot to the Olympics?
Yeah, the FIVB came up with a method. Besides that Olympic qualifier, the teams also have to have piled up a good aggregate of points
along the way.
In the international championships, in the continental championships. For every continental and global championships appearance, you get points. So those cumulative points, they want to make sure that people don't just single out the qualifier and expect that once they've done well, that is all. So it is like it's like continuous assessment, more or less. So it's a new format, and I think it's very good for the sport.
The transition in Malkia Strikers, we saw new faces, good number of new faces coming in, especially for the team that was at the Worlds.
Yeah, we have a continuous transition. We had like 3 players who are under 21, which is very, very good. And we are still looking out. There are more players who have come out of school now, and they are getting into clubs. Our technical team has been commissioned to look out for any of the new players who are very, very promising. So it is very competitive. Even the ones who are already on board, they know that the competition is cutthroat. And we will continue doing that and make sure that we populate the team with the majority of young players for the sake of the future.
And quite commendable for the structures that maybe KVF is putting in place in terms of having sure that there is enough supply of talents going up. But schools have always offered a perfect platform for nurturing of the talents or sporting of such talents. But the performance of under 20 men and women on the continental level, the women were crowned champions, the men also went all the way to the podium. That must have been encouraging. Maybe what were the efforts that are at the back of all those successes that we did see?
Yeah, first of all, I must say that the volleyball competition at schools level has really shot up. And what is happening is that big clubs have adopted schools as centers, as youth centers, as nurseries, kind of. And that has really helped, because like now, big clubs like KCB, Kenya Pipeline, they've adopted schools like Kwadanze, you know, and Cheptil. And all this is, you know, is helping us. And as a federation, the National Executive Committee made a resolution immediately they were elected 2 years ago to put emphasis on the youth. That is why we've not been on the under 20, under the age group places for a long time. So we went back with a bang, and we entered the first competition that was in Tunisia. The other one was in Morocco. We entered both men and women. Then we entered the qualifiers for the men in under 20 in Cairo, and we were happy. They narrowly lost to the winners Egypt and runners up Cameroon, and they were number 3. And so they are actually on the path to qualifying for the World Championships. And then the girls were very, very impressive in Cameroon. We had a very short stint of preparation, but they came out on top. They won, you know, resoundingly against the hosts
in the final,
and also against Egypt.
Maybe the works that maybe handing the team to former international Barasa was a masterstroke.
What actually contributed more was the fact that the team selection, I must say, it was really on merit. And it meant we were actually represented by the very best. And the interesting thing is that the team that went to Cameroon was minus a lot of other probables who could not travel because it clashed with the East African Games. So schools like Kwadanze could not be represented, and we're looking at a situation in future where we'll now also incorporate some of those ones who are left out as on merit, purely on merit, and we'll have a much stronger team, and we'll also have a more elaborate and longer lasting preparation.
And maybe just as we come to a close, there are a number of events happening, local grassroots championships, right? Like Karori Kipchumba tournament. Talk to us about that, and when is it happening, and why are such tournaments important?
Yeah, we are having the second edition of the Kipchumba Karori Cup in Eldoret at the Polytechnic, Wareng and Hill School between 19th and 21st. This is our biggest event. Last year we had a massive turnout of 186 teams from Kenya and Uganda. We had 6 Ugandan teams. This time we're expecting 5 Ugandan teams, 1 from South Sudan and 2 from Tanzania.
Yes.
And we have invited the same teams that were there last year. The good thing is that North Rift, Uasin Gishu in particular, and Nandi, that's a hotbed of volleyball, and Elgeyo Marakwet.
Yes.
And what happens is that the local teams, the community-based teams, we have a huge turnout, and they play top-flight volleyball.
Yes.
So we have that, and we're very thankful to Honorable Kipchumba Karori for coming up.
Yes.
And this time, we have 2 things that 2 decisions that we made at the launch on Saturday. Honorable Kipchumba Karori, our lead sponsor and patron of the championships, put out a pass that we have not matched before. The winners will get, for both categories, each of the winners will get 1 million shillings. Then there will be 500 for the number 2, 300 for the number 3,
yes,
and number 4, and so on. And also there will be cash awards for the best players, for the individual players.
Yes.
So that is one thing. Then we have the Women's League coming up from between 11th and 14th in Nairobi, at Nyayo and at Kasarani.
Yes.
Then we have also been blessed with the hosting. We've been given the hosting rights for the Zone 5.
Yes.
Zone 5 championships brings together 12 countries.
Yes, from
Egypt all the way down to Burundi.
Yes.
And this one will take place end of February, beginning of March. And the advantage of hosting is that we'll be able to put in a lot of local...
More teams.
Yeah, more teams, more Kenyan teams.
Yes.
More Kenyan clubs will
participate.
Yeah.
And also the African nations. Yes.
Then we have made a very strong bid when the president of Africa, Bushra Hajij, was here about a month ago. We put in a very strong bid for Africa Cup of Nations because our national teams have been participating out there, and we'd want to showcase them in front of the home crowd.
To be the first time since when?
Sponsors.
Quite some time, right? The tournament has not been here for some time. The African nations.
Not been. We've not hosted for a long time, and the main impediment has been facilities, because we have Kasarani as top flight, but for those international competitions you need a second gym of equal quality or matching quality.
Yes.
You need a second competition gym, and we have managed to convince the African body to allow us to use the Department of Defense sports complex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're also negotiating with African Nazarene, and
possible collaboration.
We've also approached Brookhouse. We have used the Brookhouse gym before. Yeah. But that is it. And then we're also preparing the teams. We had also made a bid to host it. So it might sound ambitious, the Africa Club Championships, at least one of the categories.
Yes.
But at least we got feedback yesterday that more or less it's confirmed that we'll get the Africa Cup of Nations.
Yes.
We're just merely waiting for the write-up. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Nyaberi. That's where we leave it at it, but we'll have more conversations coming up, right, as we head towards the February Zone 5 Championship, and more to speak about as the season will be knocking on our doors later in the early in the year.
Yeah, I just also want to say that just to round off on rounding off, we've also put a lot of emphasis on our beach volleyball. We have now, for the first time, we've been having just one qualified international beach volleyball referee, but now we got 3 trained. Then we got 25 international beach volleyball coaches trained here at home last year. And then the biggest breakthrough has been our Beach Volleyball Commission has worked very hard, and we petitioned as a federation, and now we've been allowed. Kenya Secondary School Sports Association will now officially have beach volleyball as one of the competitions
in the school school games.
Yeah. So we're also hoping that something can be done. We can see Talanta complex is coming up. We're hoping that for the new facilities, something can be done to put up indoor facilities, and that will cater for both volleyball and basketball. It will also cater even for handball and even other games. But otherwise we are very thankful to our hosts, I mean to our sponsors. We are very thankful to Mozartbet, who have been sponsoring our national team. They have been our sponsors now for the last 3 years. They have extended that sponsorship and even expanded the scope to include the Wafalme, the men, and also increased the sponsorship from 10 million to 15 million. We're also very thankful to Kipchumba Karori, who is our biggest sponsor, and then all the other corporate sponsors who are coming in to sponsor this tournament. Without them, we could not. And above all, we're also very thankful to our players, because we believe we have this adage that we have the player at the center of everything, in thought, word, and deed. Plus also our hardworking referees, our coaches, our team managers, and our team sponsors.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nyaberi, on being so eloquent about matters of volleyball. Up next, we'll be speaking with the national rollball men's and women's teams. Of course, we have a number of guests in the studio already. We're talking about their plans and how they plan to conquer or retain their world titles coming up later on. It should be next week in Dubai. So stay with us on the Sports Check. We'll be back with the rollball interview.
And I'm 10 years old, and I stay in Kitale, and my school name is Kitale School. I love chess because it's an interesting game that helps me to improve my psychology, and it helps me to know what to do in life. My favorite subjects at school are maths, home science, English, and PE. I love them because mostly I love PE because it helps me to be physical fit. For a tournament like this, like it has a long-term game, so I have to stay for long, so it helps me to be physical fit. One day I was just murmuring around. Then at school I saw people playing this game. I asked what it is. Then they told me it's a game called chess, and it was so interesting because I went to ask my dad what's chess, and then my dad was so happy and he told me that he used to play it when all the time, so I wanted to try that thing. Chess helps me in school because it's like in maths, it's easy for me to calculate because I'm used to calculate on the board, and it's really good because sometimes I always get high grades in maths. I always train very hard before a tournament. Actually, my teachers at school always complain because I put more focus in chess, but I always try my best to work on my studies too. I always do chess early in the morning, and then afternoon I always play some I always play some little bit of games, then I start studying. My mom is a teacher at my school. My dad is a chess coach. So my dad helps me sometimes with the school works, and my mom always helped me too with school work. So like when I have problem with chess, I go to my dad, or maybe my mom is not around, I go to my dad and he helps me do the academic work. I've won a lot of tournaments. Mostly I've won like several. We went to Ghana and I got a silver medal. We two played the finals. I was a position 1. We played the qualifiers. I was still position 1. And there are more other tournaments that I always get a gold medal in like each category. Actually, the only medal that I've never got as bronze. I only have gold. The only silver medal is from Ghana. The first one was like I was just starting chess, I told my dad to pay for me the tournaments, so I got position 2. My dad was so happy because actually I was just being told how to move the pieces and everything, and they just told me a full spade checkmate, so that's what I used to do, and then I won. That's the way I won the tournament. I've won so many tournaments, but the one who I always love is the first one, because like that tournament was amazing. We ate good things at school, and it was good because I had to like win a gold medal for my first time. Chess is not only for boys and girls, and people say that boys are stronger in chess, but it doesn't matter because it matters to the psychology, and the more like you can meet the boy and you start fearing. And it's always like this, that when a girl beats a boy, it's like a miracle, but it's not a miracle. It matters with the strength, who's stronger. I'd like to say thank you to my coach, Coach Ben and Coach Hugh. And I'd like to say thank you to my parents for supporting me for this whole time. And thank you so much.
Bag ni ya nini? Pacho mate madaraka day lazima nikuwe nyumbani. Hii madaraka ni Jamhuri Day.
You want the intestine yoro?
Ni nani waita sahi?
Unajua Kifaransa?
Najua kila kitu, hata akitaka kuongea mbolingo na chao.
Ini chakula ina gani? Hata mtu akinipata mtu ambaye anaisimika kama mimi, anakula chakula kwa juala. Watu ungespected kama wewe wakulangi chakula ya mlango ya nyuma. Mimi nimekuja hapa kwa hoteli kula chakula. Uko na toraji? Angalia hizi ndevu zangu. Kila mtu akipata nywele nyeupe ni alikuwa maumau.
Ipo siku hata sisi yupasua sajaba is bad, very bad.
But what does it have to do with me?
Oh, la 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 la.
I have been rude to Marcelo and I don't think he'll forgive me.
I really hate that woman, Rafaela. But I found out that I couldn't do anything because she is the wife of a man who has placed all of his trust in me.
For me, you're the most handsome man here in Puebla.
What do you want from me?
It's about time that you and I clear things up.
But I was inside the house when your mother fell from the second floor.
I know someone named Clara.
Clara what?
She used to work here while my mother was still alive.
Yes, and welcome back. It is all about roll ball now, as we had promised, and I'm glad to have roll ball team members with me on set, and I'm glad to introduce them. Mr. Tobias Jared on my extreme left, right? Karibu sana Jared, and of course Shamim, the player. Shamim Udoni is the player, and Atenya and Angela, two veterans that are so familiar with. When this particular sport was beginning, they were the people who began it all, and they've gone on to win world titles for the nation. I also bring glory and honor to the country. They are seeking to do it again when the 7th edition begins on 14th to 18th of this month. That's in Dubai. Welcome and talk to us about your plans and how mmejitayarisha kwenda kushinda hii title. Sio, Coach Jared, ina umuhimu gani haya mashindano makala ya 7 kwa timu Kenya? Kumbuka kwamba labda ukiangalia ile safari ambayo timu Kenya imekuwa na haswa katika roll ball hapa nchini, hii makala ya 7 itakuwa inamaanisha nini?
Hii makala ya 7 kwanza iko na maana sana, kwa sababu ukiangalia tumewahi kutia fora, kwa sababu sisi ndio defending champion kwa hii kikombe. So kwa ile umuhimu sana tuko nayo ni kuweza kuenda kujaribu kuitetea. Kuitetea kwa sababu labda tuliweza kuchukua vikombe vyote viwili wakati mmoja huko nchini India. So hii tukiweza kutilia mkazo na maana sana ni kuweza kujaribu tena kwenda ku-retain hii trophy irudi hapa nchini. Ndio.
Naam. Shamim, utakuwa unacheza role gani katika haya mashindano? And will it be your debut?
Mimi nacheza kama goalkeeper wa ladies team. Na utakuwa my second time kwenda ku-defend title, and I'm ready and prepared for that.
Yes. Mbona unasema mko ready na labda ile uhakika kuweza ku-retain title inatoka wapi?
Inatokana na preparation ambayo tumekuwa tukifanya, mazoezi, kila kitu, kubond sote.
Na labda unajua ulionja ushindi, sio? Last time wakati mlishinda. Je, safari hii unafikiri kwamba itakuwaje?
Safari pia naamini kwamba pia tutashinda kwa sababu tumejitayarisha sana sana, na naamini will bring back that medal.
The title will be back home, right?
Yeah.
Yes indeed, and we'll be so glad kwa hostena hapa muwe na ile trophy, sio? Ile masikio mbili, Atenya, one of the senior members in the men's team, sio? You're the pioneer and still up to date bado kwa team. Labda, how do you feel going to your 7th roll ball World Cup?
It's quite an honor. It's a big honor. We thank God. It's not easy. We started the journey with the guys like Katu, Musa,
Mose, Kabaila,
and so many. So it's quite an honor to be here to represent the nation. We are representing them at the same time. And it's just the grace of God, naweza sema hivyo. And your effort, support.
Hiyo longevity labda imetokana na nini?
First, kupenda game. Hii game now, I really love roll ball. The unity, the family, the exposure we get all along. And peer support from our family, support from fellow teammates, because they have been there, correction, coaches. The coaches wanna tap your potential na kwambia this is the way to do, this is what you should do. So from that imetusaidia pia hiyo kukuwa sustained in the sport, and pia the impact you see we are doing. So kuna wale watu they look up to you. So if you see there are people who look up to you, who are motivated by what you do, you won't stop. So you'll keep on doing it. Wakikuja approach, then you guide them in the way forward. So those are some of the things that have really helped me
stay long in the game and maybe turning up to coaching, but we'll talk about that. Angela, for you, you've won it 3 times?
Yeah, 3 times.
4th time, how easy do you think it will be?
Well, it will not be easy because also I'm sure other countries and teams are training against us. So all we need to do also, and we are ready to fight it back also. Not that we are going to fight easy. So we are ready to bring the cup home.
Labda mazoezi ambayo mmekuwa mkifanya, do you think has been enough to give you the fitness and the confidence heading into the games?
Well, yes, I will say we are have trained enough. We have dedicated all our energy, time to the training. The coaches that we have been having also, they're well skilled. We as players also, we have enough skills because we are trying to merge the old players and the new players on board. So I'm sure it's a strong team.
Yes, it's a strong team, right?
Yes.
Coach Jared, like if, the numbers zile za matimu ambazo zimekuwa zikishiriki katika haya mashindano imekuwa ikiongezeka, sio? Labda inamaanisha nini kwa mchezo wa roll ball, haswa kwa Kenya ambao ni miongoni mwa zile timu ambazo zilikumbatia mchezo siku za kwanza. Labda umeona kwamba umeimarika ukilinganisha na labda miaka 5 iliyopita?
Yes, of course. Because if I look back from since we started roll ball back here in Kenya, that was 2011, up to now I find that many teams have grown up. Teams zimejiongezeka. Pata pia kulingana na uchezaji imeenda juu, ambapo competition imekuwa so far imekuwa iko juu sana. And then unapata katika timu ya Kenya ambapo tulikuwa na iga since game ianzishwe, tulikuwa tunapata challenge kwamba ni most of the time Indians they used to beat us.
Yes.
They used to beat us mostly in the finals or in the semi-final. But come along, we come up and upgrade our game, and we are so far to find that we come up now to be top, and also we manage even to beat them. And now unapata kwamba nchi nyingi sasa zinaangalia kuninio Kenya. They are looking up to how they can top out Kenya in the top position.
Yes.
Yes, so that we find it so challenging for us because to maintain that top position is not easy. Yeah.
And labda zile sababu ambazo zimefanya Kenya wakaweza kufika kilele?
Most imekuja kwa sababu tulianza preparation from the young stage, because we find that most of the country they don't have junior league, but here in Kenya we have a junior league whereby we tap the players from junior to come to the senior. And also we find that our league has got so many competitive team clubs who are competing that national league. So we find that to get good players it's easy for us. And also we find the Kenya, find this game, most of the players they are eager that they want also to compete in a higher level. That's we find that make us to be a competitive nation in the roll ball, come in terms of roll ball.
Na mataifa labda ya Afrika Mashariki, Kenya nadhani kwamba ameshinda East Africa Championship for all the time, right? Ambayo imeandaliwa. Ni nini hasa ambacho labda ukilinganisha na mataifa Afrika Mashariki?
Ukilinganisha hizo mataifa mostly kama Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, hizo ndo sana zinacheza. Then na Zambia hawajatilia mkazo sana katika mchezo huu ili kulifuatilia upate katika ligi yao iwe competitive, ambapo pia waanze kuwa na ile kwenda katika international matches. Lakini sasa unapata sisi Kenya ikifika katika hizi international matches huwa tumekuwa tukiapia sana. That's why unapata competitive yetu imekuja juu zaidi hizi nchi. And then pia tunaangalia katika our federation. Federation yetu kidogo imekuwa ikiwa ina mkazo wa kutilia kuhusu hii mchezo, ambayo imekuwa ikispearhead, unapata kusimamia katika every part ya hii mchezo. That's why unapata mchezo imezidi kwenda juu kushinda other countries in East Africa. Maybe I can say only one country whereby it's now coming to bring a competitive to us, maybe like Zambia and Congo. Congo.
Shamim, to you itakuwa inamaanisha nini kushiriki kwa mara ya pili katika mchezo huu? Na labda in your roll ball journey, did you pick on roll ball from way when you just began, or you used to play other sports, you still play other sports?
I'd say it's an opportunity going for the second time because tulikuwa wengi and appearing to the final list. It's a big opportunity. And then way back I started with basketball. That was my game. But then when I went to campus I saw roll ball and I gained some interest in it. Nikapenda mchezo and I said why not try it.
Do you regret dumping basketball?
No, I don't regret dumping basketball because while in campus, basketball was not so competitive. So I said, let me try a game that is competitive, and that's why I decided to join rollball. Yeah.
Coach, labda tarudi kwako, the mix of the combination of the two skill sets, sio ya kujua, because rollball is inatumika na basketball, sio?
Yeah.
Advantage ya yule mchezaji ambaye anajua zote nini?
Advantage iko juu sana, especially kupata a player ambaye anajua basketball. I can say like Moses Atenya here, because tukianzisha rollball alikuwa amejua basket, he was good in basketball, but for skating hakuwa na ile skill. So nikamtilia mkazo, naye akaniashua, akaniambia coach, mimi nitataka kujua hii game zaidi. So unapata hii kuingia kwa national team ilikuwa rahisi sana kwa sababu alikuwa ni ile skillful ya basket. So transform to rollball player, it is easy. Just go and teach him how to skate. So find that, and also to Shamim, it was easy for her because she knew to hold that ball.
Yes.
You know, the ball, basketball is the same like the rollball ball. So it's easy for her to play it, and also find that passing it, it's also the same like basketball.
Yes.
So to play rollball, it will be easy for a player like that one. Also a player who have played handball, to convert him to rollball, it is easy. So find that only the thing they should know is how to skate.
Yes.
And if she ought to know how to skate properly, then you'll find that it will be easy for you as a coach to make a rollball team.
Yes. Yes, and Atenya, maybe add on how it was important for you wakati ulikuwa unaanza, you know, and picking up basketball and also learning how to skate. Balancing is a tricky affair, right? But how did you do it?
I'll attribute a lot to my cousin Philip Akatu, who really played a big part. First introduced me to basketball while he was in high school. Later I joined high school, I started playing basketball. Later I came to Nairobi, I found him skating and he was like, come, there is a sport here, you should try. I went and found that they used the basketball ball, playing with it. So it was quite a nice experience because you're combining two sports together. And these are things that you love to do. When you combine things that you love to do, then you bring a magnificent thing out of it.
Yes.
So, and then there is the belief in coaches. You know, when you are there playing, at that time I was just learning how to skate.
Yes.
And there is something that coach saw in me that is stuck with it. So that encouragement alone, that you can do it, there is something you have that others don't have. And the skills that I had in basketball, I could dribble well, I could pass well, and I could shoot at the same time. So, and I didn't know how to skate. But with rollball, you can push, and you don't know how to skate, but now you have to focus on more things. You have to focus on passing, dribbling, and shooting. So skating has to come automatically, and that really aided in improving my skating skills. So I'll encourage anybody who has played handball or basketball, they can come and try a rollball. It will be much fun, and it will expand the mind.
Yes.
Because you have to think outside the box.
Yes. How to make the next move, how to figure out the next move before even making it.
Yes.
And Angie, was it different for you?
Well, yes, I started learning skating first. I was not a basketballer or a handball player at any chance. For me, I was just doing skating for fun, and I met one of the pioneers when I was skating at the skate park. And actually what they saw in me was the height is what was more interesting. So they told me, at least if you know how to balance on skates, it can be easier for you to learn on how to play rollball with the basketball, and now teach me the skills. But what I'll say is all about the passion you have for any sport. Yeah, that is the most important thing. If you love to get interested in, if you get to love getting interested in a sport, then you can perfect your skills, whether you know how to skate, whether you know how to play basketball. That is the most important thing.
Yes, and heading to the fourth, gunning for the fourth title, what would you say, looking back, the opportunities that have come with you just being in this particular sport? What has this sport given you?
Okay, I'll say I've been able to interact with so many people, meet different people, and know how to relate with different characters. Also, the traveling bit of it has opened way out, because I do business anyway, so some opportunities comes and you get to know people from different countries. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And the future is boundless, it's limitless.
Yeah.
Yes. Coach, maybe for Kenyan to pick up that fast na kuweza kufanya vizuri sana, sio? Must something to do with the training of the coaches, sio? Labda nini ambacho kimefanyika ile kuboresha uwezo wa makocha kufundisha vizuri na pia kupata matukio?
Kitu kwanza imetusaidia sana kwa sababu unapata katika International Rollerball Federation tuko na Kenya, tuko na members kama waini ambao wanaketi katika hiyo kikao. Mimi nikiwa mmoja wao katika hiyo International Rollerball Federation. So unapata katika zile facilities ama zile tunasoma kule, tunabidi tunazileta immediately nyumbani kabla tuende katika nchi zingine, mataifa zingine. And then unapata pia wakati rollerball ikianza mbeleni kuanzia 2015 huko, tayari tulikuwa na watu wengi katika hiyo committee kama marifari na makoches ambao nikisema kama coach Martin Bunde na Caleb Haumbi au unajua pia ni wazoefu. Tumekuwa nao kwa muda mrefu sana katika ya rollerball. Tuko na coach Jacob Nyaudo ambao sasa ni one of the directors katika International Rollerball Federation. So unaona pia ameweza kutusaidia. So kutoka pale sisi hata tukiweza kurudi chini tayari tulikuwa tusha build up makoches wengine ambapo apart from coach Abunde na Aumbi tayari tuko na kama coach Lucy, tuko na coach Babu, tuko na coach Ogola ambao unaona wote wanabobea na tayari wana handle junior teams sana. Unaona. So hiyo imeweza kutuwezesha katika nchi yetu rollerball kuendelea juu sana. And then the other thing ni ile kwamba government ilichip na kutuweza kutusupport kwa kuweza kukubali mchezo huu. Kwa sababu kitu nyingine unapata tukiweza kuanzisha, tuliweza kuambiwa na International Rollerball Federation tuweze kuregister katika hiyo International Federation. Na then unapata nchi nyingi haziweza kufanya kitu kama hiyo. Na sisi tuweza tayari kufanya kitu kama hiyo ambapo unapata tumekuwa recognized na all bodies ya sports hapa nchini kama National Olympic Committee, National Sport Council. Hata na mimi unaweza kusupport, wanajua rollerball exist Kenya na rollerball is one of the best sports ambayo ina perform, ambayo anything wameweza kutupatia tunarudishaga na ile uwezo kwamba tumeweza kuperform.
Yes. Lakini haijakuwa rahisi, sio?
Haijakuwa rahisi
kupata hiyo support kutoka kwa government. I remember labda ni nini ukiangalia labda ile how the far kila ambacho mmeweza kufanya ndio mpate hiyo support, because didn't come automatically kutokea tu mlipoanza, the government had to know what's this rollerball and who are these people behind it and everything. Labda nini beyond matokeo, sio beyond kuleta title, especially the World Cup. So when you bring the title they have to support it, right? Lakini beyond hiyo nini ambacho labda ni uvumilivu wa officials walikuwa pale, walikuwa na hekima.
Ndio uvumilivu wa kwanza official wetu, and then nilo kama wao kwenda kujinyenyekea na kuweza kujitambulisha, and then kitu moja pia ni ile accountability. Kuweza kujua kwamba kuna zile previous World Cup tulienda kama 2017, 2019 government ilikuwa imechip in kusupport, and then ukiona 2023 walikuja kusupport fully kwa sababu waliona baadhi ya zile ambazo tuliweza kufanya, tuliweza kuwaletea accountability, kuambia nyembo tupo support from this one, then we have this one, this tuliweza kufanya hivi na hivi. Then from there unaona apart from you vile umesema winning the trophies, hiyo pande nyingine vile nimekwambia from whereby our accountability and trust, unaona. And then also going there, sitting there with them and then telling them this is our problem and this is how we manage to solve it. And then we come together so that we can sit together and see how way forward we can help the youth one.
Na future sasa inakaa more brighter, right?
For future inakaa more brighter because so far unaona ile link tumekuwa na, and then pia tunashukuru pia government sasa hii unaona wana support sports ambao pia tunaona sasa hii pia wameweza kusupport ile way forward, wana kwamba lazima tuende kutetea kikombe. So future in rollerball and tunaona iko sawa.
Naam. Shamim, labda katika yale mataifa ambayo yatakuwa katika hii championship, you beat Egypt in the final, sio, if I'm not wrong, last year. Mmejiandaa vipi kumenyana na Misri na labda mataifa mengine kama Nepal, India ambao wamekuwa regular rivals wa Kenya katika ile kuwania the big title?
We've prepared ourselves. We can say kwanza ni tactically, like tumefunzwa na coaches, different moves, everything. Kwa okay, sana I'll talk about. Let me personally talk about kwa kama goalkeeper.
Yes.
Like kuna vile tumefunza like ukiona like defense unaongea na wao kitu kama hiyo, unaongea na defense and then like on the other side ya like wale wanasimama hapo mbele yangu, there's a way you have to communicate with them so that like opponent akija unawambia like this is what you're supposed to do, this and this. Yes, things kama hizo.
Yeah, but the goalpost is usually small. How do you concede? How do you allow them to score?
Okay. Ukiwa hapo kwenye post, you have kuna vile
it's bigger.
Yeah, it's big. So okay, kwanza naweza sema mtu kama mimi mdogo hivi, okay, I'm a bit tall, but kuna vile unafaa usimame mikono ikiwa juu, miguu and sasa tuseme kama the opponent amekuja kushoot, there's a way coach anakufunza this is how you're supposed to move, reflex, vitu kama hizo. Yeah.
Yes. Na labda katika hii World Cup ni nini kitaamua mshindi? Who will do what? What will the winner do? Labda atafanya nini ndio atashinda hii title?
Mwenye mimi naweza sema like ule okay, kama sisi ile tumefunzwa ku defend hiyo title by score, we have to score. Hata tulikuwa tunaambiwa like ikibaki dakika 5 what are you supposed to do? Vitu kama hizo.
Atenya, only as we mentioned, sio wakati tulipoanza, only two, right? Is it Alitala?
Aluhala Joseph.
Yes. Only wewe na yeye. Na labda katika that means that they've been more younger guys, you know, and more even some of them will make debut this time around, but along the line wamekuwa newer people.
Yes.
How do you make sure that they have the same winning mentality like yours? I know men had searched for this title for all the past 6 editions, but finally you got it. I remember watching the final against India. It was I'll say it was a dicey affair towards the end. So, but how do you make sure that you bring in the young ones and also put them in the winning mentality, just like where you are mentally, like the senior members in the team?
First of all, I'll say we have a guy called Joshua Onyango, aka Trump, who has really done a tremendous work in the Kenyan Rollball League. He introduced something called a Ligi Chwani, whereby guys from different teams come together and you do not play with your teammates. For example, I'm from GOA, so I won't play with Kevin or Buire from GOA. Will be spread out throughout different teams. You'll find that a team will be made from members from 5 teams or 10 teams. So with that alone, it helped the Kenyan players to know how to play with players from different clubs from the word go, and it was quite competitive as the time go. When we have the National League break, we have the Ligi Chwani. So from that point, there is that spirit of we have to win. There is that bond that is created, that your mind has to be open, that you know you can play with anybody and you have to perform with anybody.
Yes.
So the spirit starts from there. Then there is that, the love for the sport. From the word go, Kenyans really love roll ball. You can see whether, like weekends without roll ball are very long weekends. So any day, if there is a break, the national break, you'll hear guys asking each other where is rollball being played.
Yes, off-season.
Off-season, you hear where is rollball being played. So there is that mentality from the word go. We have to give the best. And our ladies started winning the title.
Yes.
And the men, as we went for the 6th Rollball World Cup, we had that mentality. Now it's our time, because we've been improving all along, from 4th, 3rd, 2nd, now 1st. So there was that mentality of improving, continuous improvement. The Japanese, they say kaizen. You have to kaizen, daily improvement. You have to improve every now and then. Our ladies have been improving, defending, winning, defending. So it's our time. As men, now we have to defend.
Yes.
We have learned from our ladies, it is possible.
Yes.
And now we have that thought, that mental belief that yes, it is really possible to defend this thing. And since we came from the 6th World Cup,
yes,
Kenyan league has never been the same again. The type of energy that's in the league, the type of performance, if you don't really give your best, then you are left behind. So most of the players in the Kenya National League know that Kenya is #1.
Yes.
So you have to play as somebody who's a world champion. For you to be in the team that represents the nation as a world champion, you have to be at a level of a world champion. So almost every player in the Kenyan league knows that they are at the level of world champion. So they give their best. So from the word go, from the previous title, now it has been at a top notch that Kenyan league is not for the faint-hearted. You have to play like a world champion.
Sure, because this is where the champions come from. Is it the same case, Angie, for the women's team, especially you as a senior member, and also a good number like 7 or 6 players are new ones into the squad? I mean, what do you think we have? What role will they play, and how do you bring them and integrate them, make sure that they also speak, sleep, and work as champions?
Okay, the team is bold of the old and the new players. Also, it's a good thing because the young blood, the speed.
They bring in energy.
Yeah, the energy and the speed in the sport also is a good thing. So all we need, we just keep on trying to sharpen their skills on what we see they are not doing it right. And also, the most important thing, we always keep on reminding them that they have to defend what they have scored. Because without defending, then it means that you can't win a match. You can score, but at the end of the day, you get scored. And that's not a winning team. So we always make sure that we keep on reminding them every time we score, we have to make sure that we defend that goal.
And how has the Women's League played a big role in maybe getting the new players and also making sure that we, there's transition, and that transition is not only just players but quality players who will bring the title again? Yeah,
the National League is a key thing to the Kenya national team also, because that's why we have been able to see that we have new players on board who are trying to show their skills. Also, the sport has grown to a point that not only in Nairobi, up country also, Mombasa, we have players, Kisumu. So it's a good thing because people from different parts of the country have been able to join and also learn from the experienced players.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Jared, Dabda, where do you think competition will come from for Team Kenya, both men and women, and why?
First of all, maybe I expect India, India, because they know they are eager to retain that trophy from us.
They want to regain the titles.
Yeah, they want to regain the title. Also, a team like Pakistan, because I know Pakistan also they are a good team, and also they are an arch rival to India. We have a team like Senegal from Kenya, no, from Africa, I mean, sorry. Also, they have also given us challenge. I know also with the women team. Also, Team Egypt. Also, for you, we managed to beat them in the final with the ladies team. A team like maybe Poland for women, Argentina, and then Denmark for men team. Yeah, those are the teams which can give us maybe some headache, but I don't think if they can beat us.
Maybe, and for Kenya to go on, especially the ladies and even the men, who've tested the glory. Nini ambacho wasio kimekuwa ni inapa ile upper hand edge over the rest of the opponents?
That comes with their capability of spirit to go back and win, because you find that after winning our first trophy, that is 2015, all each member of the roll ball who playing roll ball, they usually have that guts that I want to go and play for the Kenya team and win the trophy. So you find that any player who is being drafted to the national team, they have that glory and or that heart to win that trophy. Yeah, because find that after you have been called to the national team, your aim is what? Your aim is also to go there and show the other one that, yes, I was called to the national team to do this duty, to go and lift that trophy.
Yes.
And that is also the thing give us more morale and motivation. Also teamwork, togetherness, also that give us also eager to go and win that trophy. Yeah.
Shamim, what will be the most trophy that you'll have? Will it be the, if you win the second one or the first one? What's the most beautiful one you've won?
The first one. Yeah. By retaining the first one that we won, that would be my happiness. Yeah.
And you believe that, talk about the rest of the team and, you know, members of the team who you have faith in and believe in that they'll do good. What do you think will make them, you know, retain the title, beginning with you in the court?
It comes with unity. First, unity in the team is a very key thing, and also communication, correction. Yeah.
Atenya, how have you been able to, you know, balance your work? You know, a aeronautical engineer by there, Atenya is one of them. That's why he has Atenya Airways. We hope that one day it will come to fruition. So how do you balance the two and keep on playing and also performing at the top level?
The balance is, it comes by you first, kwanza praying to God for the wisdom and favor before men. Because your leaders, when you approach your leaders, not every leader will be able to allow you to get this chance. So when you have your leaders, when you approach your leaders and speak to them and tell them there is this and this thing that I usually do, and please, when I'm selected in the national team, will you give me a chance to go and represent the nation? So it's about how you relate with your leaders, how you relate with your teammates, and how you schedule your time, because time is of essential. If you don't balance your time well, then things will conflict. So just knowing at this and this moment of time, I need to be here, I need to be doing this. So that balancing your time well and letting the people you live with, the people you work with, know some of these things that you do and how beneficial they are, not just to you, but also to the nation. So with that, it has helped me do the balance with work and the sport.
Yes. Angela, for you, what's the most, you've won 3 titles. What's the most memorable one of the 3?
The last one.
The last one?
That we are about to defend. Yeah.
Why and not the first one? The first one is the sweetest.
It is the sweetest, but defending a title and being a champion the first time, the second time, and the third time, it's not easy. So the last one is the most more precious trophy to me, because defending a previous trophy that you have won, everybody just fears you, you know?
The immediate one is always most of the players always remember, like, it's the immediate one. The rest, it's like you did it. Atenya, but the only one that you've won, maybe, how important was it? How sweet was it, the victory?
The victory, it was very sweet. I'll say indeed it was. It is something that all along since we started playing the sport is the creme de la creme of roll ball.
Did you always covet to have your hand on it?
Yes. I remember I missed the 5th roll ball World Cup and guys were the 2nd position.
Right.
So I knew this time when we go there, we really have to win, because we have been improving. And I always told myself, like, if I retire from roll ball, at least you see, like, the great players, let me say maybe in football, you've won the Champions League, you've won maybe the Premier League, but the World Cup, if you haven't won the World Cup, then it's like you haven't really performed. So all along, since I started playing, this was one of my main goals. And I remember I once told coach,
Ahumbi?
Not Ahumbi. Is it the
Nyaudo?
Nyaudo, yes. Coach Nyaudo once asked us, when are you planning to retire roll ball? And we told him, even if we win the championship, we are not retiring until our bodies refuse. Our God says, now you have to go this way and do something else. But winning the first one won't stop us to go and fight again to bring another title, because it has always been our dream, our goal, to bring that title, retain that title, and Kenya being known as a powerhouse of the game. So it was just the beginning. You see, there is that part that says the end of a race is just but the beginning. You see, when you go around the track, when you reach the finish line, it's just but the beginning. So for us as Kenyan men national team, it's just but the beginning of winning this title. We are not saying that yes, we won, yes, we are glad, we thank God we won, but there is something beyond the winning.
Yes.
That's what we are looking forward to, because if we just saw the winning as the end, then right now we will have stopped playing the sport. So we are looking beyond that title of winning the Roll Ball World Cup. What are you doing? What is the impact? What are some of the changes you are doing with the sport? So we are looking beyond the cup, and we say that yes, we won. That is history. That's part of it. Now we are looking towards the future. Yes, that's one thing I'll really say.
Yeah, and maybe looking beyond, turning into coaching, and having a club maybe for you.
Yeah, that's one thing. Even through Atenya Airways, that's one thing that we're looking up to, like generating income from the sport, whereby you can play the
sustain you.
Yeah, to sustain you. When you just think about roll ball, when you tell a parent that I'm playing roll ball, a parent won't have a second thought about it. The parent will know that yes, this child is playing roll ball, and that child is gaining out of the sport. And also we are looking up to, we started a exchanging program. We saw that yes, Kenya, we are the powerhouse of roll ball in the world and also in the region.
Yes.
So one of the programs we started is we move across the region, whereby Kenyan players can go to Tanzania, can go to Rwanda, can go to Uganda and help the sport there. Because we've had our players going to Tanzania, we've had our players going to Rwanda, our players going self-sponsored sponsorship and go and help and play with the players in Rwanda.
Yeah, like
Tanzania.
what Kaguli is doing in
Tanzania, yes. Just to enable them to uplift the sport. It's not good that you are the richest in your family and other people are not
struggling.
Yeah, others are struggling. So those are some of the things we are looking forward to see, that at least we bring up the sport across the region. So we are looking beyond the World Cup.
Yes. Shamim, what matters? Is it balance? Is it speed? Is it agility? What matters?
I can say all of them matter. Balancing, you have to know how to balance on skates. You also have to have energy, because let's say an opponent comes and tries to kukuskuma, you have to be strong. Yeah, and also there is also speed. You also have to, for like most of the people who play inside, you also have to have speed, unafoko and a speed, so that when an opponent comes, you have to go faster with the ball. Yeah.
Now, I know that everybody's target when going to such championships of this mark is to win, but what would you say is the collective target of the team?
The collective is to retain that cup. Yeah, apart from winning, we have to defend that cup. Yeah, and for both the men and the ladies. Yeah.
A bigger number of teams, that means Kenya's chances they'll come under scrutiny, it will be tight for them.
Yeah, it will be tight, but first I'll say with prayers and unity, we can retain that cup. Yeah, because all the teams, they are coming here they want to take that title from us, and our task is to defend it. Yeah.
Going by what you experienced last year, you know, what made you win? What made the Team Kenya win, right? The women's title. What do you think will count again this time around?
Okay, last time when the previous World Cup for the ladies, I can say the teamwork. I saw there was a lot of teamwork among the ladies. That also it made them win that cup. And also, apart from teamwork, they also had that speed, in which the previous players are trying to incorporate in the new players. Yeah.
Did the team feel like this was the moment? I hear players talk about that a lot. Did you feel like we are winning it?
Yeah, okay, at first, because I remember we had the team called Poland. It took us, it made us feel a little bit shattered, but they were in front of us with a goal, but one of our players went and she akapiga bao mbili, and it brought our energy back, and we felt that, yeah, we can also take that, we can also win.
Then we
effort limits, no sport game. It's not an individual game kama Faith ati unakimbia peke yako. So first, I think the people that made me become an MVP was my teammates. Yeah, they know on how I like playing.
Your moves.
My moves, sprinting, vile nataka ball. I think ni yao, si yangu.
Was maybe your telepathic partner?
In that sport, in 2023, I can't name because ni wote tu.
Yeah. Coach, maybe how impactful league imekuwa kwa kuleta ubora wa roll ball hapa nchini?
Ligi imekuwa mzuri sana. Make roll ball ikue. Find that the league is so competitive. You find that the winner who won the last season, he got so many challenges for retaining
to defend title.
To defend that title. Because find that team like even Mombasa Technical University of Mombasa, they came away from coast there up to Nairobi and managed even to take some point from big teams like GOA. They took a point from Reke. Find that so unapata league imekuwa competitive. That's it make roll ball grow. And then the other thing is captain alisema ilinde na make togetherness. Find that we are one family. Even if there is a challenge happen to one player, even if it's not in your team, find there is a support people giving out there. Yeah, and also that make the league competitive. Find that also there is this transfer of players. Find this player playing on this season. The other season he went to another club. Yeah.
Now, labda the nationalization of the league, you know, we know that most of the teams, of course, are from Nairobi, but JEK expanded. Now teams coming as far as Mombasa, as the club you've mentioned, you know, in other parts of the country. Itakuwa na umuhimu gani?
Itakuwa na muhimu sana sababu nikiangalia hata sasa hii si Mombasa peke yake timu inatoka. You have a team from Kisii University, you have a team from Chuka, you have a team also from Embu. They play in the National League, and that's also we have from Maseno, they have a team. So you find that it may make challenge ikakuwa kubanile competitive, I mean ikakuwa juu sana sababu. And they find that a player once after graduating from university, he is looking at out for another club which he can play on. And then that's also bring a blend of that competitive to the National League.
Is this how maybe kufikia sai vile ligi ipo ndio labda nyinyi kama administrators sio wanzilishi wa mchezo na vile vile the custodians, it is where you wanted it to be?
No, because you want it to go far. You want even to be more than football here in Kenya or more than rugby. Because now we are looking forward to see how we can make this league to be a professional. Because most of the players who are playing in the roll ball league, they are graduates. So that we want them not to be like that after finishing campus to come back to play rollerball. Find that some don't come back to play rollerball. But when we are going to make it to be a professional, we'll find that people will come back also and make the league to grow up, to go high.
And maybe looking at the pioneer team, you know, as bado kuna hiyo uwezo wa kufikia labda do more and more. Looking at the pioneer team, unafikiri walicheza role gani ya kuweza ile ku make sure mpaka sasa hivi mchezo unaendelea na world titles, a dream is on, bado ndoto ipo, sio?
Yes, I give a kudos to team like Reke, team like GOA, because without them...
Yeah, sure, GOA played a big role. At some point, in the federation, it was just a church.
Like, you know, GOA is being sponsored by a church, and that church have done a very big good job. Sponsoring the club, even sometimes sponsoring.
I remember when we went to Rwanda, they were the sponsors,
the main sponsors.
Yes.
So that find that they also adapt players. Once the player graduated from university or from another club, they join most of the time in the GOA and Reke. Like now, we find that they have recruited many players, and by doing that, so we find that making the league to also continuing and also eager up the other teams to come up, because they can say if Reke team, it was there since the rollerball was being created in Kenya and also GOA. Why not us to make our team also to sustain these all periods? That's why you find that the league is going up.
Yes, indeed. Na tunapokamilisha labda Coach Jared, I'll begin with you, your expectations kwa World Cup, kwa rollerball World Cup ambayo inaanza next week, sio? Ni ipi?
My expectation kwanza natamani tuweza ama natarajia kwenda kuona the team Kenya, both ladies and men, playing a good game. Because we find that we here in Kenya, we play a big role by making this rollerball to be entertaining, to be good, also to be how it's being played. Because by creating some other parts of playing to implement it. So tutapata timu Kenya itakuwa upande mzuri sana nikiweza kuona vile watakuwa wanacheza, wacheze kiwango ni ile ambapo the other country wakuwe watamani sana kuweza hata kuchukua wachezaji wa Kenya wao wakiwachezea, kwa sababu kulingana na mchezo wao. And then apart from just winning that trophy, we need to win it with a good performance. Unajua tunaweza kuwa tumewin, lakini tumewin tu kimafuluki.
Entertain while winning.
Entertain as well. Whereby other country, they have that eager to, let's go to Kenya to learn more about rollerball. Let's go in Kenya to pick some players to go and play for us.
Yes, indeed. So, pressed with time, but I'll give you a second each. Shamim, matarajio yako, quickly.
What I want to expect is for the ladies, and we bring back that title, because that is what our aim to end up is to defend that title. With unity and everything, we believe
you'll do it, right? Yes, Atenya.
For us, bring back the trophy, unite Kenyans more, give God the glory, and pass the baton to the next generation in a proper way.
Looking beyond 7th edition, 7th Rollerball World Cup, or this will be the last?
No. If I get the chance, I won't stop. I'm not stopping. I told you I'm not stopping at the moment. If I get another chance, I'll definitely do that.
Yes, indeed. Angela?
For me, it's to bring the gold, not just a cup, that so many team sport in Kenya failed to do.
It's never easy. That's why they struggle to do it. And another MVP performance from you, right?
Yeah.
We're looking forward for that. Thank you so much, Angela, and Atenya, Shamim, and Coach Jared for making your time come to speak to us about your preparations ahead of the 7th Rollerball World Cup, which is happening in Dubai. That's from 11th through to 14th, I beg your pardon, through 20th of this month in Dubai. That's it. Put a cap on Sports Check this month. Thank you so much for watching. On behalf of the team of Bernard Okumu, and also thanks to our sign language interpreter, Lucy Mora. Let's do this again next Monday. Up until then, enjoy the rest of your viewing.
sprinters went through in search of the elusive goal. A struggle that David Kittur knows too well in their bloodline that saw his late brother and Kenyan hurdler Simon Kittur regress to Olympic Games.
Mzee yangu papa mwenye alinilea alikuwa mkimbiaji. Mzee alikuwa anaitwa Kittur Pundatich. Aliwahi kuwakilisha Kenya kwa Tanzania nyakati ya 1950 something na alienda Uganda. So alikuwa ananieleza hizo historia, nikaanza kukimbia junior. Ilikuwa inaitwa junior wakati ilikuwa tunapimwa futi 4. Nilianzia hapo mbio sasa.
They were known as the Kittur sprinters, and they followed in their footsteps to make it to the 1983 World Athletics Championship in Helsinki.
Mzee alitueleza yeye alikuwa mkimbiaji, kila mmoja wetu sasa alikuwa anajua kumbe tuko na mbio kwa mwili yetu. Mimi nilitangulia kukimbia kwa sababu hata kuqualify kwenda kuwakilisha Kenya, nilianza kuwakilisha Kenya 1983 World Championship Helsinki nikiwa high school. Ndio sasa ndugu yangu mkubwa Simon akaqualify naye ya Olympic 1984 Los Angeles na mimi nikaqualify 400 meters flat. Tukaenda naye Olympic 1984 Los Angeles.
The Kenyan Air Force had their eyes on him all along, and he made sure they got him fast. He served them right as he went on to become the Kenyan 400 meters champion in 1984, 85 and 90, when he also made his Olympic Games debut.
Wakati nikiwa shule watu ya majeshi walikuwa wananitishanga mwanafunzi na nilikuwa nasitukanga sana. So saa ile nimechukuliwa Air Force 84, tukafanya in brigade, yani ile competition ya majeshi. Nikachukua namba, nikatoa tuti ile bingwa ya mnyeine zamani. Nilikuwa mti ya kahawa ame. So hapa nikagain confidence sasa. Ndio nikakimbia the best. Tukifungua kiwanja hapa Nyayo, nikakimbia 45 na hiyo ilikuwa mwaka ya kwanza tukimbilie Nyayo Stadium hapa pale tuko size. Na nikachukua 400 meters. Ndio nikaqualify sasa kwenda Los Angeles 84. Fika Los Angeles. Nilienda mpaka semi final tena. Nikatoka. Nilitokea semi-finals.
At least he got the bronze in the 1985 Africa Athletics Championship before he was forced to settle for silver in the All Africa Games at home 2 years later.
Nikawakilisha Kenya kwa 400, nikakuwa number 2 ya Nigeria anaitwa Innocent Bunike. Alikimbia 44, the best time hata alifunja Africa record wakati akakimbia 44, alikimbia siku hiyo 44:24 na mimi nikakimbia 44:94. Alafu tukaenda relay sasa na yeye tena. Mimi nilikuwa namaliza relay na yeye anamaliza. Wakenya wote wao wenzangu kila mtu alikuwa anaogopa kumaliza. Mimi nikishika pato nilikuwa kama 15 meters. Na yeye na jamaa alikuwa anasoma US. Alikuwa ameingia kutoka US, ameanza kuinisi confidence. So akanivugusa tu, alikuja kunishindia ikibaki 30 meters akanishinda. Watu wa Kenya watu wengi walivutika sana.
That did not go as planned and was his lowest moment ever, but he later managed to get his sweet revenge.
Tukaenda World Championship sasa Rome. Mimi nikakutana na huyo Innocent tena kwa hits. Mimi niko na ile hasira. So kwa hits nilikuwa line 1 yako line 6 kwa mimi nikachukua kwa hiyo hits na 45 1. Tukaqualify round 2. Nikakuja nikakuwa number 2 kwa round 2 na 44:94. Tukaenda semis. Semi sasa tumebaki najua ma-US sawa ma-Jamaicans na Trinidad sawa. Nataka watu waine kwa kila hit. Mimi nilikuwa number 3. Kuqualify kwenda final na nikavunja Kenya record 44:72 ya Fanda sasa. Nika revenge sasa. So kwa finali mimi siji waliangalia nini nikawekwa line 8. Naye sasa line 8 hiyo akina Buy Ronalds American sawa walikuwa line 3-4. Tukaenda tu nao lakini nilikuwa number 6. That was my best run in the world. Sasa nilifanya mzuri.
Amid the ups and downs was another moment he treasured most.
Ile nafurahia ni ile World Championship 1987 ni ya Rome. Kwa sababu nilikimbia mara 4, ndio nilifika final nilikimbia 44 yote. Si kukimbia 45. Na unajua ukikimbia 44 saa hizi in the world wewe uko standard ya dunia. Na nilifika final. That was my best one. Alafu ile ya relay sasa boy by phone. Unajua relay mnasaidiana. Lakini ile yangu effort yangu ni ile World Championship 1987 kufika finali na kuwa number 6 in the world. That was my best one.
The 400 meters specialist was later forced to sit out of the 1988 Olympics due to an injury, but 2 years later, he brought home the 4x400 meters gold medal with his compatriots from the Commonwealth Games to the joy of his family and the nation as well.
Tulikuwa na watu wawili wa 44. Samson na Simon Kikembo alikuwa anakimbia under 45. Na mimi nilikuwa mtu ya 45 na jamaa anaitwa Mwansha alikuwa anafanya force alikuwa mtu ya 45 still. So ile Samson alianza Kikembo alianza mtu ya 44. No, Samson alianza akaletea na pia aliletea Kikembo akashika 44. Mtu ya 45. So unaona watu wawili walikuwa 44 na 45. Ndio ilitufanya tukafaulu siku hiyo sasa. Kila mtu alifurahi nyumbani. Lakini ile mtu anafurahi zaidi ni mzee na mama. Kwa sababu hiyo jina yake tulishikilia, tulitoa huko jina ikakuja juu.
Away, clean start.
2 years later, as their blessings seemed to be programmed, his late brother Samson Kituru won a bronze for Kenya in the Barcelona Olympic Games.
Tulikuja tukakimbia hata relay na ndugu yangu sasa mdogo kule Samson sasa. Tukachukua relay Barcelona sasa ya Intercontinents. Nikiwa tu kutoka Kenya peke yangu. Alafu 1990 tukaenda Commonwealth. Mimi sasa ndugu yangu mdogo amekuja Samson Kituru ameingia sasa. Samson akakuwa vile alikuwa namba 2 kwa 400 meters. Mimi nilikuwa nakimbia relay tu peke yake.
Having fallen by the wayside, another disappointment followed amid controversy in the final team to the relays.
Ansara alikuwa coach. So sisi tukakimbia relay, ndugu yangu akaanza, mimi nikakuja nikapewa. Na tulikuwa na US. So naona vile ndugu yangu alianza akashinda Muamerika mwingine. Michael Johnson akapewa. So unajua ile jamaa ya 400. Mimi nikishika kijiti nilikuwa 10 meters mbele. Karibu 7 to 10. Akanivugusa tu kufika hapa. Shakaenda line 3 na kwenda mbele akaniovertake. So Wakenya hao kuja sakaona Kituru ni kama ana endurance au ana nguvu saa hizi. Hakuona Michael Johnson ni nani. Hatungekimbia hata Michael Johnson alikuwa star siku hiyo. So Michael Johnson kunitoa Wakenya hao kuja sakaona Kituru amerekea. So akanitoa akaweka ile mtu atawahi kukimbia hata kwa 400 hits. Ndio kijiti manaitwa Matilo, kijiti kaanguka kwa njia. So kutolewa tu ni kwa sababu Michael Johnson ile bingwa Amerika alimtoa. Michael Johnson wakati alikuwa anakimbia 43 na mimi ni mtu ya 45. So angeona hapo tu hiyo ile jamaa ni strong. Hata Kenya labda tungekuwa namba 3 au namba 2 kama singetolewa.
The Barcelona outing seemed to jinx his way forward, and that's where he decided enough was enough.
Mimi after Barcelona nikakuja tu kimbia 93 kidogo, ndugu yangu akanipeleka Italy. Just hiyo Samson alikuwa anakaa Italy, alikuwa na club hii inaitwa Villa hii. So akakuja kuni sponsor, tukaenda kutrain na yeye kidogo, tukatrain na yeye miezi 3. Nikaanza kukimbia hiyo Grand Weeks local races. Nikaanza kukimbia 46. Nikaona tena na struggle la trail lakini anakimbia 47. Hapo sasa nikaona nguvu imeisha. Sasa nikawacha sports.
At least his children have carried on the family name to ensure the chain was not broken in that regard.
Mimi sasa niko na kijana yangu alizaliwa 1987. Ako America, ako US. Anaitwa Felix Kituru. Alipata scholarship na 206. Alikuwa anasomea Virginia Tech. Graduate 2012, tulienda na mama yake mpaka huko graduation. Lakini amemaliza sasa, amekimbia kwa 800, anakimbia 800 meters, amekimbia 144 86. Mwingine alimaliza juzi shule, alipata yeye anajiprepare hata yeye kwenda scholarship, amepata shule Amerika. Na last born msichana alimaliza last year shule. Sasa anaanza kutrain polepole sasa, kwa sababu amemaliza high school sasa. Huyo anacheza pale na anaambia tu.
The legendary sprinter also took up coaching like so many of his teammates, all determined to ensure many more rise up to the expectations like they did or